Well, I was raised as a Muslim. I was trained as a Muslim. My parents picked me somehow. I'm not sure why my parents picked me to be the imam of the family. So I grew up as an imam. I grew up as a Muslim guy, and I've been to the Arabic school. I learned how to read and write the Arabic language. And that's how my journey started. Since I was trained to become a imam, I went to a place called Nigeria. So I went to Nigeria and I became an imam of this particular mosque. And I loved what I was doing. I was enjoying what I was doing. I met these Christian friends. I have no idea who these Christian guys were, but I met these Christian friends and we started talking. They brought their Bible. I brought my Quran and I started debating with them. I started arguing with them. I started to tell them that, you know what, the Bible is, the Quran is much stronger than the Bible. But unfortunately, we went back and forth and well, I kept beating them up. And then they come and they bring the Bible and I argue with them and I beat them up. But to cut more to
when you say beat them up, you mean you out-argued them?
You out-argued them?
Yeah, I physically beat them up. I physically beat them up.
Like you would punch them?
Yeah, because I was so mad.
Okay. Well, it's good to make that difference.
But anyway, but what happened was that as we started arguing back and forth, I wanted to get rid of them because they're so quiet and I wanted to get rid of them. So the only way I could get rid of them to find ways to get rid of them. So they asked me if I could go and drop them at the place whereby they have this Christian meeting. And just go and drop them and say, well, if that's what you want me to do, oh, I'll do that. Meanwhile, my landlady has a little girl who's 12 years old, who's paralyzed from her waist to her foot. So on that day, since I have no choice, I carried her with me to the stadium.
So you're babysitting this little girl, and you forgot you were supposed to drive them, so you had to take her with you to drive them to the
So you've got your Christian, quiet friends and a little 12-year-old girl who's paralyzed.
Who's paralyzed from her waist to her foot.
In your car.
Yeah.
Going to
a big stadium where somebody was speaking at this place, just to go and drop them. So I got to this stadium and I parked at the back of the stadium, but meanwhile, in the back of the stadium, there's a speaker facing me. And this guy and the speaker was saying, Jesus, Jesus. I didn't know what it was all about. I knew that I was going to speak about Christians, and they were speaking about Christian meeting. But as I parked at the back of the stadium, something did happen. The girl wanted to come out of the car.
Now, you were stuck there. You wanted to just leave.
That's right.
But you were surrounded by cars. So
yeah, because I parked the car, and I wanted to find somebody who could give me the direction. But people thought I parked the car, so people park around me and they block me in the back of the stadium.
Yeah.
It's because I'm the imam in that neighborhood. Everybody knew me. So I'm nervous now. I didn't want them to know that I'm in this Christian meeting. So I've been trying to hide my face. But the problem is, this girl, it was so hot, but this girl wanted to walk on the stage, walk to this bench.